Want to age well? There are 4 things you can do right now that will make you healthier, sharper, and more independent as the years go by. And one of them you may not even have thought of. And let's start with that one. And that one is your teeth. Now, don't laugh. Teeth have a very important part in the aging process, and that if you don't take care of them, you lose them. And one of the first things that happens to you when you get false teeth, you put them in and you'll find immediately that everything is sunken on you. And you have these lines now. And then you have these lines here that make you look sad all the time. And aging is also can be part of how you look. Now, you can't prevent saggy skin and other things that you can do, but you can prevent losing your teeth. And then there's the next thing. There's the veggies you can't eat. You can't eat lettuce and greens. They're just too thin to chew with false teeth. And you can't chew raw vegetables. You can't eat raw vegetables. Some, yes, like zucchini, and some you can, but you can't chew up carrots. They have to be cooked a little bit. And then you don't get the nutrients you need. I would love a salad. I can eat a salad if it's loaded with the dressing and the fat, and that takes away the whole purpose of a salad in the first place. When you're going to add all that fat and calories and salt into to the vegetables. And think of biting into a crisp apple. Take a nice big chunk of bite of it and letting it drip down your chin here. You can't do that anymore. You have to cut up an apple in order to chew it. So take care of your teeth while you're young, and it will help your appearance, and it will also help you remain healthier. Now, the next thing that we have to be concerned about, anti-aging advice, is stress. And we don't think of stress as a part of the aging process, but it's the sneakiest one of all. Because a state of chronic stress can cause chronic inflammation. And inflammation can speed up anything from heart disease to wrinkles. It drains your energy, and then you don't get your exercise, and you sit all the time because you're not feeling like it, and your bones get weaker, and your legs get weaker, and then you're at risk of falls. It dulls your skin. Now, who wants dull skin? You get enough trouble as you age with wrinkles and saggy skin, but you don't want to purposely make it dull. And it fogs your memory. Who wants foggy memory? We have enough things thinking about when we get older than to have to worry about our memory. So how do you manage stress? And I would suggest the what I call the 4-4 method, 4-4-4 method. And you just take, if you're feeling yourself stressed, you just take a few minutes and you take a breath in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and inhale for 4 seconds. And you count it like this: 4 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. And do that for all 3 steps of it. And just do it several times, and you'll find that you're much more relaxed and much calmer, and just sit and breathe that way for a while. In fact, this is an old dancer's trick. They do it when they are waiting to go out to dance on and it calms them down and calms your nerves down. Another way to reduce your stress is to go for a walk. And walking is good for you in all kinds of ways, but it also lowers cortisol. It takes your mind off your problems. You're out in the fresh air and you're walking, and it gives a nice break to your day. Another one is to limit the overload. Learn to say no to people. Learn to say no on doing something that you don't have time for. And learn to say no to yourself when you have too much to do. And that is a problem in America today. I think we have too much to do, too fast to do it, and we have to learn how to prioritize more. We have to put the most important first, and then just let some things go to the next day. Write down a note, keep a planner while you write down things, and then you can do them the next day if they don't have to be done today. And the last thing I want to say that you can help lower your stress is find laughter. Watch a movie on TV. Take a break in midday when you're feeling really stressed and watch a comedy that will make you laugh for an hour and a half on TV. Treat yourself to that. Or if you really, really don't have the time for that, watch a comedian for 20 minutes on YouTube. There's some really funny ones out there. And you just have to go on YouTube and do a search for comedians and you'll find them. Learn to find ways to laugh more because laughter is a great stress reducer. Now, number 3, exercise. And I cannot stress the importance of exercise on being an anti-aging tactic. There's a book called Blue Zones, and these guys did this study of what they call the blue zones around the world. There's 7 places, I believe it's 7, around the world where people live to be over 100, but not just 100. They live to be over 100 and are still active and living alone and taking care of themselves. And they write their diet and their lifestyle, and almost every single person I read about was very physically active all day long. They walked everywhere, they didn't drive, they had gardens they took care of, they just were physically active every day. And now with our kind of lifestyle, we're not physically active at all. We're sitting most of the time. So we need to take some time out of the day to force ourselves to do some kind of exercise. And you need an aerobic and a strength exercise. So you need to do the walking for the aerobics and do some weights or things for strength exercising and squats to get those legs nice and strong so you can get up and down easily. And exercise will help you prevent falls. And also when you get older, we start to walk and stand old. And we start walking side to side. We take a side step slightly forward and another side step slightly forward. And we're walking side to side. And you're going to have to catch yourself not doing that you're to walk from the hip. Your leg goes out from the hip, straightens and goes down heel, ball, flat. And learn to strengthen those muscles in your back. Pull your shoulder blades to better. And stand up tall and your chest upright. And pull your head back more. Then you don't walk old. Because you can tell an old person 2 blocks away. That's too far away for them to be able to look at and tell that they're old, but you can by the way they walk. And they shuffle that side to side and slump in their neck forward. And the last number 4, the last thing I want to talk about is food. And I'm not going to tell you what not to eat. You know it. We all know what we're supposed to eat to be healthy and what we're not supposed to be healthy. But I am going to tell you that what you eat when you're young will show up when you're old. And for all you young people out there eating cheeseburgers and 1,700 calorie sandwiches loaded with fat and salt, you're going to have trouble when you're not going to live to 87. Now, when I was young, up until I was 21, I came home from school and I would grab a fresh peach from the peach tree, a handful of strawberries from the strawberry patch on the side of the house, and then I'd walk around the back and pick out of the whole side of my backyard was a garden. And the garden had tomato. I would get a fresh tomato and make a tomato sandwich out of it with nice warm sliced tomatoes on it. And we never ate sugar. That was only for the holidays. We never had sugar at all, and I just never developed a sweet tooth until I was 21 and was married and started smoking at the encouragement of my husband. I've been married twice, my first husband, the bad husband. Then I didn't eat good till I was 69. But I think I've lived this long because of those first 21 years of very healthy living. And that is walking home from school 2 miles. I walked to school every day, and even if it was bad weather. But nowadays you're going to have to fight to eat healthier. And one way to do it is to make yourself I make a big pot of vegetable stew once a month, and I eat it throughout the whole month. And it's delicious, really. And it's cooked vegetables with lots of spices in it and tomatoes, and it just makes it just really is a very tasty dish, and I make it the basis of a lot of my meals. So you have more control over your lifespan and your health than you think. These things can't stop the clock, but they certainly can slow it down. So take care of yourself because the future has plans for you. So that's all for today. If you like this video and would like more like it, please subscribe. And that's it. Bye.